Welcome back to BNC Live. Over the weekend, Olympic athlete Gwen Berry made waves, and not just for her performance in the Olympic trials. After making her second Olympic team and receiving that bronze medal, Berry turned.
Shalom, Brother Kabad back in that GMS lesson. GMS keep pushing. Before I go any further, I give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakbadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us His truth according to the Bible and rule well. I know Shalom, Lord, the sincere Akims throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth through diligence and sincerity. I know Shalom, Lord, you sincere followers, believers of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Alright, not just hearers of the word, but doers as well, you men, women, and children. Shalom. Alright, and not quite sure what I'm titled this lesson. It's a link. It's a 6-minute video, and you know, the Jake woman is going in on, you know, pretty much how Esau's a liar. You know, he set her up with this whole national anthem thing, and you know, I'm not quite sure what I'm entitled this lesson, but the video is 6 minutes, and at the end of the video, the interviewer from the news station, all right, he quotes Hosea 4:6, letting you know that our people, you know, they know about this truth, man. You know, they definitely know about this truth. This truth is out, man, and Jake is waking up, you know. But we're gonna play the video and grab a precept here and there, and Lord willing, it's edifying.
Her back to the U.S. flag while the national anthem played, and held up a shirt that read "Activist Athlete." This isn't the first time Berry has exercised her right to peaceful protest. After winning gold in the hammer throw at the 2019 Pan Am Games, Berry raised her fist, for which she was sanctioned. She says it cost her thousands of dollars, sponsorships, and affected the stability of her career. But this time around, she's calling it a setup. And athletes have already been barred from staging protests during the Tokyo Olympic Games, and yet some are still choosing to use the platform to stand up for what they believe in. BNC's Jimmy Marlowe right here alongside next to me.
Thank you very much, Brittany. So a long list of awards and accolades. She's been an American track and field athlete who specializes in the hammer throw and is ranked 6th on the all-time list. She also holds the world record for the weight throw set in 2017. Now, she's joining me now to respond to the backlash that she is facing. Everyone, please help me welcome Olympian Gwen Berry. Thank you for joining us here on BNC Live.
Thank you for having me.
So first of all, congratulations on securing a 2nd spot in the Olympics for the 2021 Tokyo Games. But following the media ceremony that you broke rank with the other athletes, and you draped an activist athlete shirt over your head during the Star Spangled Banner. Explain what happened in those moments, because, you know, a lot of people have a lot of different scenarios, but we want to hear from you on this platform. Tell everyone what was on your mind during that time.
Now, take note, she has her head covered, as Israelite women are supposed to. You see? She has a little head wrap going on. So, you know, our people know about this truth, man. As the Jake here on the left is the one that quotes Hosea 4:6 at the end of the interview, but let's continue.
Well, originally we were not even supposed to be on the podium during the singing or the playing of the national anthem. When we were back in the call room, the directions were that we were going to be introduced to the crowd before the anthem was going to be played or after the anthem was going to be played. No one made any mention or any notion that we would be on the podium or had to be on the podium during the singing of the national anthem. I want to make that clear. Those were our directions, either before or after. No other event group that I know of stood on the podium during the playing of the national anthem. However, we went out to introduce ourselves to the crowd. Coincidentally, the national anthem was playing, and they asked us to stand on the podium, and then the anthem played. In that moment, I feel like it was a setup, because those were not the directions. That was not the intent. The intent was we would be introduced to the crowd either before or after the singing of the national anthem. In which, if we had that option, or if I knew that I was going to be on the podium, I would have chose something else.
Now, I just want to ask, what is it about the national anthem or that whole scenario that made you feel?
All right. So let's grab a precept. And Salakia, if you hear, this noise next to me, Satan has to send a demon always. I'm sitting here at work in the parking lot at work, and this fairy alphabet boy comes and parks right beside me, blasting his techno music, man. But that's Satan. But anyway, the show must go on. So, matter of fact, I hope it doesn't close out. Let's go to let's see here. What is that? Okay, it's still there. Let's go to Psalms, because Esau's a liar, man. This dude, man, say one thing and do the next. This is Psalms 58. It says in 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. The wicked is Esau. You can read about that in Malachi, the 1st chapter. The man, woman, and child. It says the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. You see? That's the MO of this of the so-called white man. Okay? And the scriptures tell us in the book of what's that? 12 and 10. That never trust them, man. Now that was a tough situation in that situation, because they're saying one thing, but they did another. That's why I never trust these devils, man. It says, Sirach 12 and 10, never trust thy enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Right? So keep your eyes on this devil, man. Oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. What's that scripture? Psalms 55 and 21. Matter of fact, 21 says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Now, the reason why I brought this out, because that's how he talks. He talks smooth, right? He talks with soft words, but you can't believe this devil. And then you got to remember, you're going to be demonized when you come up against Esau and his system and what he has. All right? And a lot of jakes are doing that. They're waking up. They're not fully waking up to, the full truth, because a lot of our people are not meant to get it, but a lot of jakes are waking up to the Israelites. They wake up to the wickedness of the so-called white man. All right? And that's a good thing. But let's go back.
So uncomfortable. Why didn't you want to, acknowledge that part?
History. If you know your history, you know the full song of the national anthem. The 3rd paragraph speaks to slaves in America, our blood being slain and pilchered all over the floor. It's disrespectful, and it does not speak for Black Americans. It's obvious. There's no question.
Now, you were quoted as saying that you didn't want to do that because the anthem did not represent you. So now, we have to ask, what is your response to people that are sort of demonizing or choosing to take what you did in a negative light? What do you say to the folks that now say, why be on Team USA if you don't want to represent the flag?
I never said that I didn't want to go to the Olympic Games. That's why I competed and got 3rd and made the team. I never said that I hated the country. Never said that. All I said was I respect my people enough to not stand or acknowledge something that disrespects them. I love my people, point blank, period.
And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? The scriptures say, woe unto them that call good evil and evil good. What she's doing is a good thing. She's standing for what has happened to her people, and we all know what that flag stands for. It stands for the conquering of you Israelites, you so-called Negro Latino Native Americans, right? a troop, all right, shall overcome thee, roughly paraphrasing, but he shall overcome at the end. How you think the so-called white man Esau Edom got this land? St. John 10:10, the thief cometh not but to steal and to kill. He stole this land, and then he murdered Gadites, the Reubenites, the so-called North American Indians, the Seminole Indians. All right, when he brought the Judah, Benjamin, Levi over and cargo slave ships, slaughtered them. All right. So we know what that flag represents, man.
Now, you love your people, which means you also love your family. We know that you came from a household where you were raised with 13 other people. So talk about what type of person that made you. What did you learn from your grandmother and from, you know, a host of individuals that you lived with every single day?
I mean, I learned that family matters. Despite the economic oppression that we faced growing up, you know, I still have my family. And my grandmother, she did everything she could to make sure that we survived and had a roof over our head, and that's special.
Now, we know this is not the first time that you have used the Olympic platform to peacefully protest. Back in 2019, the Pan Am Games, you held up that fist in solidarity. So what do you have to say to other athletes who may be on the fence, and also any kids that are watching? Because we all know that Olympic athletes, you know, we see them on the Wheaties box. You guys are like role models for an entirely different generation out there. So what do you have to say to those folks that are watching? All right, you guys, it does seem that we have had some technical difficulties and we lost Miss Gwen Berry's shot, her shot right there, but we did hear her say what was on her mind. She did not say that she did not want to go to the Olympics. She did not say that she hates America or any of the sort. So I'm glad that we were able to give her this platform and really eradicate some of the ill thoughts that are out there about Miss Gwen Berry's actions.
And just listening to what she said she was standing up for her people. She was like, that anthem doesn't represent who we are as black people. So she felt the need that she said, you know what, I feel like I was set up and I'm going to stand for it at this point.
My people perish for a lack of knowledge. That's a strong scenario, statement in this situation. She is knowledgeable of the history and she is choosing to make a current decision based on the history, and I feel like that is something that we can all take a lot from.
Yes, and so good to have Gwen join us here and actually share her story with us. Good job, Jamie. Thank you.
See, there you go. And he said people perish, but you know, depending on which translation you're reading, but in the King James says my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You see? And let's get one last precept and close it on out. Let's go to let me see that. All right, this is this is Revelation 11:11. After 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahawah entered into them, and they stood upon their feet. And that's what we're standing upon our feet now. Okay? Preaching this truth on the highways and byways throughout the four winds of the earth. Start with our head apostles and elders of great millstone on down. And great fear fell upon them which saw them. And who is that talking about? It's talking about these elites. That's why you see everything, you know, moving in rapid speed. You know, the prophecies. Now they got to come down with their NWO. Now they got to come down Revelation 12:12. And they're scared, man. They want to make a move so bad, but they're scared. But the point of me bringing this preset out is that, you know, they're demonizing her, right, for standing up for righteousness, and that Jake is waking up. Jake is waking up, man. And great fear fell upon them which saw them. And it goes on to, us being delivered, and, the 10th part, which is FEMA, America being destroyed. But we're living in those times, man. We're going to be demonized for standing up for righteousness. Even the ones of our people that's not fully in this truth, they're going to be demonized, man. You know, but Lord, we're not edifying. Till next time I say shalom.